Hey guys, my name is Vowwels. I wanted to do a quick little video today just surrounding Twitch. I just wanted to do something just a casual conversation, really just revolving around the journey to, you know, your first 1,000 followers. This doesn't have to pertain to Twitch per se. I mean, this could work for, you know, Facebook gaming. This could work towards YouTube. I'd say Mixer, but pour one out for the homie. So today I just wanted to go over a few little things. I've kind of, you know, I wrote down a few points I wanted to go over. I wanted to break this down into, like, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, but rather than, you know, structure it around like top 10 tips and tricks, you know, and it's all going to be the same thing as every other video, like, you know, use social media, use this, use that. I wanted to keep it more just true to like you know, what I did and what I found to work and what I found that didn't work. You know, as a streamer, you're gonna go through many ups and downs. You're gonna try certain things, and you're gonna, you know, think to yourself like, hey, this is gonna break the internet. This is a crazy idea, and I'm gonna become TikTok famous in a week. And it's just like, you know, you're gonna try all these things, and some are gonna work. You're gonna find, you know, positive outcomes and, you know, different trends and whatnot for certain things, and then you're gonna, you know, bomb, crash, and fail in other ones. But, you know, that's okay, because you have to, you know, depending on what you're streaming, you kind of have to find ways, you know, and new routes to, you know, kind of expand your audience and, you know, just try out new things. The first thing I wanted to go over was just kind of like, you know, I know the phrase is like the good, the bad, the ugly, but I want to start with the bad, and then I want to go the ugly, and then the good. So starting with the bad, I mean, something I did at the very beginning that, you know, on paper might sound like a, you know, a positive thing to do, is I would stream every single day, all day. If I pull up my Twitch stats, right? So I began streaming in March of 2020. March 3rd, 2020 was my very first stream when I started to, you know, take this seriously. And I streamed every single day. I streamed all day. I'm talking like 11-hour streams every day. Mind you, this is right when Corona hit, and I had nothing else to do. So I was like, let me just stream every single day, and there's no reason I won't get famous, baby. I'm streaming all day. I'm putting in the work. I'm grinding. No, it didn't. So here's why that's bad. I know I talked to a lot of people, and, you know, a lot of various streamers on different platforms, and there's like a misconception that the more you stream, the better. And it's such a bad idea. And, you know, in my opinion, and the reason that is, at least for me, when I was doing it, there was no consistency. I would stream at different times every day. And honestly, most importantly, you know, I burnt myself out. Like, after that first month of just streaming back to back, I must have streamed like 28 days that month. And it was grueling. I completely wore myself out, and, you know, it was just not a good time. I mean, I was having fun, but then again, I was just so sleep deprived. I didn't want to do anything else. Like, I just streamed, slept, and then I had like no motivation to do anything else, and it was just so taxing, just like physically and mentally. It was crazy. You know, another thing, and we'll get to the good side of that, will be, you know, not streaming every day, doing a schedule, but I'll kind of deep dive into that a little bit more later. Another couple, like, just bad things I didn't do is I didn't use Discord. At first, I didn't, outside of Twitch, I didn't do anything. I streamed all day, every day, and, you know, was asking myself like, hey, why, yo, why isn't this working, bro? And honestly, I wasn't using social media. I wasn't using Discord. Like, I was in Discords. I had a Discord, like the Discord we use now, but I wasn't actively doing anything. There was nothing exciting. There was nothing enticing. You know, new viewers would come in, and I would have it set up so I would just hit a button, and, like, you know, it would push the Discord on the screen, but there was nothing exciting about it. You know, people would join the Discord maybe for a second, just see a dead Discord with no, not even just activity, because I mean, when you're starting out, you're going to have a small Discord, so there's not going to be a ton of activity. But as the streamer, as the person, you know, in charge of the Discord, the reason, you know, for the stream and the reason people are joining that Discord, I wasn't doing anything to make the Discord, it was welcoming, but I wasn't doing anything to make it exciting. Like, there was nothing going on that, you know, everyone's got a Discord that streams, just about. There was nothing that made mine stand out. And I think that's the key thing, is you got to have something fun or just, you know, something that relates to the stream, something warm. You got to provide hospitality. You got to do something fun, right? It has to be enticing enough for someone to stay and then want to put in the effort to be active in your Discord. So we'll get that to a little bit later, but that was one thing I wanted to bring up. The ugly. Okay, so the ugly, I don't have too many things about this. I mean, I think it's mainly all about the bad, and then I have, you know, found many things to, you know, that I can put in the good, and we'll get to that in a second. But as far as like the ugly goes, there's a few key things. Two of the things that I wanted to talk about was, as a new streamer, you're gonna be streaming to yourself most of the time. When you first start, unless you have some amazing friends or family that are gonna just pop you on and actually, well, they might lurk for you, but you know, unless you're extremely fortunate and you have folks at the beginning that want to watch you and put in the time, you're gonna find yourself streaming alone for a while, and that's okay, because all these big streamers and everyone you see, we all started there, right? We all stream to ourselves, and it's okay. It's part of the process. It's part of the journey, and you just got to stick through it, because it will end, and you'll get to a point where, like now, at least for me, it's crazy thinking back to the time where, you know, in March, or when I tried, you know, a couple like test streams, like even years ago, but I wasn't taking it seriously. I was just, it's just funny to think of where we started and where we are now, you know. So stick through it. It will end, you know. Just because you meet 10 people one stream doesn't mean they're going to come back the next. So it may seem kind of rocky, but just trust me, it will get much better. What I wanted to get to regarding that, and I wanted to bring that up for two reasons. So it may be discouraging for some, and if it's discouraging to the point that you quit, that's why I wanted to include that piece in the ugly section. But the main thing I wanted to get to with that is, when you're in that mindset and it just feels like you're streaming for nothing, it feels like you're just, you know, you're failing. You're not failing. You're getting through that initial rut, and that initial, the only time I'll use this word, but that initial grind, right? That all streamers go through. When you're in that situation, you're gonna be, or you may be tempted to join certain groups or do certain things with that sense of follow for follow kind of mindset. And oh god, don't do it. It's so bad. I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on, you know, Twitch algorithms or things like that, but I've heard horror stories of follow for follow. First of all, there's something to be said about when you see someone, you know, who streams and they have 6,000 followers and then 500 channel views, or, you know, they have 6,000 followers and they're live and they have, like, you know, 1 viewer or something. This might be just me, but I think as a streamer, you know, when you start streaming for a while and you start connecting with other streamers and looking for folks to connect with, you kind of pick up on that. And a lot of people don't want to talk about this and they don't bring it up, but I'm bringing it up. As a streamer, you know, if I'm looking at someone, I'm talking to someone, or, you know, someone pops up on Twitter or something and I click on them, I check them out, and, you know, maybe this is a good person to, you know, befriend or work with, or, you know, whatever it may be. It just, if you see that, like, you know, 6, 7, 8,000 followers, 500 channel views, and, you know, it looks super suspicious. It looks so suspicious, and I don't, it's almost like you don't feel safe wanting to work with them, because you don't know if, you know, you don't know what they're gonna do, because clearly if someone has like 8,000 followers and, you know, under 1,000 channel views, they're probably, you know, they're most definitely either botting follows, or, you know, buying their follows, or just doing something shifty. It's not organic. They're not doing something correct. You won't get 8,000 followers with 500 channel views, unless you were maybe rated by, you know, Ninja and all these people follow you and whatever. But even then, you'll still get the views. It's just, you'll notice it. You may see situations like this. It's something to watch out for. And if you get pulled in by follow for follow, it's just not good for so many reasons. It doesn't look good. And that is the epitome of the ugly, in my opinion. So there's that. Now, the good. So these are a few things, you know, that really kind of helped me propel to, you know, where we are now. We've since passed, we hit 1,000 followers in, at the very tail beginning of September, which was just Oh my goodness, it was the craziest feeling. And we did a few things along the way that I really think kind of contributed to that. And a few of those things, touching on the bad, we went over. What did we go over? We went over, streaming every day inconsistently, no schedule or anything like that. And the biggest thing, one of the top biggest things for me that I noticed when we started to see a huge boost in activity in the Discord, folks coming back, new people jumping in, is, we kind of tailored the schedule. We went to a 4 days a week. It was, at first we did Tuesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it was too much. And then, you kind of have to play with it a little bit. And then we dialed back and we were doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And we did that all the way up until I had to begin school again. And it was just, oh my goodness, it was just, it felt like we just shot straight through the roof. And with regard to like activity and folks coming back, because we were able to make the schedule. We put the schedule on the Twitch channel, we put it in the Discord, what games we'd be playing, things like that, what time. The times were always the same across the board. People know when you have a schedule, the people who come in and watch you stream, the people who enjoy you, they know when to tune in. They know when you're going to be live, and if they really enjoy you, they might even plan their day around it, right? Every now and again, someone will pop in the stream like, hey, I've been waiting all day for this. And as the streamer, it's like, oh, really? Really? What? And it'll catch you off guard, because you really don't, it's really easy to, underestimate the power of a consistent schedule. And it's just, I think until you utilize it and actually see the changes that come from that, I don't think you can truly, truly value, the power of that. So definitely it may, hearing someone say that, it may, oh, something's happening on the Twitch. Hey, hearing someone say that may just not sound right. It's, trust me, I've been there. I can understand that. Well, if I stream every day, that's got to be the best thing. It's not. Just take my word. I'm sure there's a bunch of videos like this out there. I'm sure just about all of them will also touch on that at some points. Yeah, consistent schedule, huge benefit. So by all means, check that out. The next thing I want to jump into is, we talked about, in the bad, I talked about, for my journey, when I began, I wasn't using, and I know every video will have this, but the piece about social media and Discord, yes, you should be using them. We all know this, so you should be utilizing them. It's good to be on separate platforms, but regarding kind of how I actually use them, I'm not going to tell you just be active on Twitter, be active on TikTok and Discord and blah, 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 blah. Because I mean, yeah, we all know this. It's definitely not a bad thing to be on those platforms. It's only going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. So yes, do that. But some of the things that I did, and maybe you can, if you're watching this, take some of these tips that I did personally, and maybe it'll help you as well. But one of the things we did is, so we started, pumping up the Discord. We made it fun. We do community giveaways. We do all sorts of things. We're a new thing that we're actually adding, because I want to even more so increase the, the level of activity and just hospitality within the Discord. Is I'm going to be moving to, maybe like Music Mondays or Selfie Saturday, or, whatever it may be, but just something that, for the community, they know they have something to be excited for, as little as it may be. Something as simple as a Music Monday could be like, share the song you're listening to that day, or just, on Selfie Saturday, if you're comfortable, post a selfie to the community, or post a picture of your, a selfie of your favorite game character, or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be crazy. It can be something so simple. It can be something just super relaxed, and it's just, as long as it's something that promotes activity in the Discord and it keeps people happy and talking, you're winning. I mean, that's it. You can't ask for more than that. Going to social media, I mean, one of the things, so this was good for two reasons, right? What I'm about to tell you that I do with social media is good for two reasons, and I'll explain why. So for those in the Discord, we have it set up so I don't tweet too often, and when I do tweet, it does ping the Discord, right? The other reason, though, that that's kind of a nice thing to do is, in the back of my head, whenever I tweet something, I want to make sure it's something good, it's something positive, something people will enjoy, because I know when I tweet something, everyone in the community is they're gonna get that ping, right? I know that it's gonna alert people if they have the alerts on. So I'm mindful, I'm constantly, when I send out a tweet, it's gotta be, you know, either important, valuable, meaningful, you know, it's gotta be something good. And it really kind of keeps you, unless you just don't care about how annoying you want to be to folks in your Discord, which I don't recommend. But for me, you know, it's been something great because I'm not just like vomiting out tweets like nonstop every day. So if someone clicks on my, you know, they're all meaningful. So if someone clicks on my Twitter, you know, hey, what's this Vowwels guy about? You know, they'll see, in my opinion, meaningful tweets, things that are, you know, positive, things that are, you know, resourceful or just, you know, just happy, you know? So it's just something to keep in mind. I found it to be quite successful. Alongside the Twitch, Twitter has been blowing. I've definitely seen a great chunk of folks from Twitter, you know, meeting people on Twitter, coming to the stream, and being like, hey, it's, you know, it's so cool to see your face, like, you know, actually speaking. We've been talking on Twitter forever. Don't underestimate that. It does happen. So moving on from, you know, Discord and Twitter and, you know, we didn't cover TikTok and, you know, I don't know if you want to use Facebook or Instagram, this and that, but those are all kind of the same, just post meaningful things. But, you know, moving on from all of that, you know, we covered the schedule, the consistency, things like that. So important. But one thing I really wanted to touch on is just a few extra, I guess we could call it like production value with the stream, you know, a few things that we did, and I'll hopefully when I make this, there will be screens on the in the video here that you can actually look at. But when we began this, you know, this crazy journey, and this is normal, it's okay when you first start, but you know, the background, everything was just so, it was so dull, it was so, you know, it was dark, it was boring, it was, you know, however you want to describe it, it wasn't exciting. And you know, a huge thing we did, and this might take some time depending on the situation you're in, there's expensive ways to do this, there's cheap ways to do this. Do what works for you and when it works for you. This is not a priority, but it does help to an extent. But you know, we got the new graphics, we got new lighting, I changed the background so it was, you know, it really, in my opinion, and you know, from hearing feedback from those in the community, it really upped the production value of the stream. You know, it looked like a more professional stream. And I will say, once we started incorporating, you know, the new graphics, and once the stream looked more, you know, quote unquote professional, the amount of people that were tuning in skyrocketed. It really started taking off. You know, we were getting compliments like, hey man, your stream looks dope, it looks amazing, it looks sweet, you know, blah 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 blah, how are you not famous? Like, these are real comments that people ask sometimes. And you know, I'm just me, I'm just John, you know me as Vowwels, but I'm just John, I'm just a guy playing video games, you know, as I normally would be, but I just decided to stream. So to have people come in and say things like that, it's like, it really takes you back. You know, just something as simple as new graphics can really up your game and just make you look so much more, you know, quote unquote professional. And it's a wild thing. Aside from you know, production value, I guess in the physical sense, you cannot have production value without, you know, the audio side of things, right? And this one is a little bit more expensive, and I'm sure I'll do another video at some point about it. But one of the biggest, best things I ever did was get myself a mixer. And yes, it can be very expensive. However, I will quickly kind of explain two ways to accomplish this. One of them is free to $5, depending on how crazy you want to get with it. And the other one is a few $100s. But really quick, the issue I had, you know, on my journey on Twitch and everything from start to even now, sometimes you have issues with it, but not nearly like it was audio. And, you know, when you go into new streams, even if the video is, and this might be a subliminal thing, but if the video isn't great, but the audio is amazing, I think it makes a stream, I think audio is more important just to a certain degree. I mean, you don't want to have terrible video, but I think audio really stands out. I think, you know, annoying audio and staticky audio will deter someone much quicker than, you know, say a low resolution video. You know, does that make sense? I don't know. You can't even answer me right now. Answer in the comments if you think video or audio is more important. I personally think it's audio, but I'm curious to see if you guys agree or disagree with that. One thing I did, and I did this when we went to a dual PC setup, because I needed some way to make that work. That was a whole nightmare. But we used something called Voice Meter Banana, and I'm not going to get into this crazy, but it basically allowed me to set up everything with audio, with, you know, the microphone, the chat, the this, the that, and I was able to fine tune everything so the audio just sounded so crisp, and that was great. We did get to a point where I wanted to get a physical piece of hardware that would allow me to accomplish this, so we went with, you can't see it, but a Go XLR. I went with the Mini because the XLR, the normal size, was just so expensive, especially during inflation and all that right now. Yeah, it just really ups the game when it comes to like production value and things like that. So it was one of the best decisions I ever made, was getting myself a mixer, a piece of hardware that I could, you know, really fine tune and tweak the audio to a level that I thought was suitable and just sounded the best, you know. But that's going to change for everyone based on your own opinion, but it really made a difference for me. Moving on from production value in the sense of your audio and your video recording, something else that's really kind of stood out for me once we started incorporating was just fun things in the stream. You know, a lot of the times you'll go into smaller streams and whatnot, and you know, we all did this. I used the stock alert sounds and, you know, the stock OBS pictures and GIFs and all that good stuff for a very long time. You know, when a new follower would hit, a new subscriber, a new this or whatever, it would be the stock sounds, and that's totally okay. I do think it, you know, at least for us, we still use a few of the stock ones, but I made a point to change it from the, like, the base ones, you know what I mean? Like, when everyone, I'm speaking on Streamlabs right now, just because that's what I'm familiar with and that's what I use. But if you're familiar with Streamlabs, you'll know that chime that Streamlabs uses, and for a new subscriber or a new follower. And it seems like just about every new streamer has these sounds on, right? And as you stream, you know, as funny things happen on stream, people might clip certain things. It could be something funny you said or a funny noise you made. And I think it's important to, you know, utilize those, right? Like, take an audio clip of yourself, turn it, you know, strip the audio from the video. And I'm not going to go into detail on how to do that, but it's not hard. I'm sure you could find a quick video on it. But make your alerts something personal to the stream. Make it something fun, something, you know, that those who were there when it happened can, you know, call back on and be like, oh my God, I was there when this audio happened and now it's a thing. And it can just be something fun. It can be something funny and personal to the stream that people will come back. They'll remember that, you know. It could even be their, you know, one of their favorite things that they look forward to in the stream when someone follows, so they can hear that funny thing, you know, that you said. So another thing to not underestimate is just little tiny things like that can really go a long way. So I wanted to bring that up. One of the final things I wanted to go over that just will, and this one's so silly too. I should have included this with the video portion, but oh my goodness, the difference in people staying in the stream and the difference in comments and, you know, compliments on the stream. Oh, when we got new lighting. Whole lighting. And I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about the nano leaves, the overkill LEDs and whatnot in the background. I'm talking about face lighting. There's a light in front of me that's, you can't tell it's there, but, you know, I look nice and illuminated, I hope. And oh my goodness, the difference of having good lighting compared to no lighting, especially if you're streaming at night or in a dark area. I'm in a dark area right now. I keep all the lights off except for what's in front of me, and there's some lights above me and behind me. Other than that, there's no lights, pure darkness ahead of me, right? Oh, it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference, and it really just kind of, again, goes hand in hand with, you know, just production value and just making your stream stand out and really grab the attention of others. It's something that really helped us, you know, make the stream look good. So I wanted to bring that up. That's probably, if you do any hardware upgrades that aren't, you know, unless there's something detrimental that you need to handle, if you're gonna do anything, get some better lighting. Get some better lighting. It does not have to be expensive. It could just be, you know, you can get cheap LED panels, whatever it needs to be, but lighting in front of you so your face is nice and glowing will go a very long way. So I highly recommend that. So that, I mean, that's a quick write-up. Like I said, I didn't want to do anything crazy. I just wanted to go over, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly of little things I've learned on the way to 1,000 followers. You know, it can be a bigger discussion if there were certain questions or, you know, anything you guys have for me, put it in the comments. You can put it, I linked my Twitter. I'll put it again right here. or if you want to pop in a stream, you can ask me there as well. I will again have that right here, and I'll have it in the description as well. But we do currently stream every Friday and Saturday, just because I'm a full-time student through the week, but I do make an effort to get a few bonus streams during the week. But on paper, Friday and Saturday, and I pop around. I'm like a snake in the shadows during the week, but I always keep it. I always keep you updated in the Discord and on Twitter when that sort of thing happens. It's been, it's been a wild journey. We began in March. I was at a couple hundred. I think I was at like 200 followers, just barely, just from when I streamed a couple times in like 2018 and things like that. But like I said, I wasn't taking it seriously, and we've gone through all these changes and all these these things I just talked about with the good, the bad, the ugly since March. And we hit 1,000 followers in September, and that's organic. There's no follow for follow. There's nothing sketchy. It was just an organic 1,000 followers. And when you do that the right way, oh my goodness, does it feel good. I never would have imagined that that would happen. I never thought we'd hit, when we hit 500 followers, I was like, and then only a few months later we hit 1,000, and it's been going, and it's a crazy journey. And for anyone who may be watching this video that is currently in the community, who's been in the stream, first of all, hey, how are you? Second of all, thank you for being a part of the journey, because it's been insane, and it's not something I really ever thought would happen. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and you guys are great. For anyone here that may be new, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. If there's any certain questions or situations or dilemmas you may be in regarding your streaming journey or whatever it may be, feel free to either drop a comment below, or if you want to keep it between us, you can shoot me a message either on Discord, Twitter, whatever it may be, a whisper on Twitch, whatever is best for you. And again, all those links will be right in the description, so feel free to reach out. I hope you found some value out of this video. Again, it's not a formal video. I just wanted to have a quick little discussion. Keep it simple, keep it lax. Our streams, if you've never been to them, they're very relaxed and casual. So I wanted to make sure that the videos kind of go along those same lines. We're always kind of off the cuff and just keeping it chill. So I hope you guys got something valuable out of this. I hope to see you in the stream shortly, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.